This is On the Move on Yahoo Finance. I'm Julie Hyman, along with Adam Shapiro. My colleagues, Dan Halley and Inez Ferre, also going to be with us over the next hour. We are seeing stocks pull back today, although that pullback has moderated to some degree. The Dow is now off by a little more than 1%. The S&P off 0.9%. The Nasdaq's only down 0.25%. And we've got breaking news that I want to bring you details on. The FDA has withdrawn emergency use authorization for a couple of drugs that had been approved to treat coronavirus. Our Anjalee Khemlani has been following these developments. Is it pretty unusual for them to make this kind of move and tell us which drugs are involved?
Yes, Julie. So it is. We know that, throughout the outbreak, we've seen so many emergency use authorizations for antivirals and promising drugs like Gilead's remdesivir. Hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine have been two of those that have been very controversial. We know that we've heard about them from, the president taking it as a prophylactic and really touting it. And that has created, some concerns within the White House task force. We've heard of disagreements over that. But what the FDA did today was say that really any kind of publication or study or any information on it has not proven that it has any kind of antiviral effects on the virus, and that's a pretty big step because we've seen companies like Novartis and Bayer contribute and donate doses to the United States government for distribution when it was first approved, and now that will all be really for naught. And so that's one of the main concerns. And we know that this is in part based off of some retractions we saw recently of studies in hydroxychloroquine based on confusing or questionable data, going back to even the initial report that showed hydroxychloroquine to be working. That was also initially questioned in a French paper. So again, going back to this was a very controversial drug to begin with, but now we've seen that it is taken off the table.